Hello and welcome to episode 188 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is innovation.
Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Lynn Trin.
Now, yesterday we began the success series, and why I decided to do this was to obviously give you, the listener, a little bit more of a greater format so that you can digest this podcast show. But more importantly, because we've just hit over 2,000 downloads a day, and I thought, holy crap, this is an amazing opportunity for you to move forward. It's an amazing opportunity for you to take massive action. Now, a lot of you guys have asked and reached out to me on Facebook. You've hit over my Facebook page, Coach Lynn Trin, or facebook.com/Coach Lynn Trin, and you've asked for that PDF. So if you haven't gotten that yet, head over there right now and hit me up with a message. I'll get my team to forward you the 3-step guide to getting started inside of your online coaching business. We look at everything from niching down. We look at building out your product. We look at attracting and marketing. And then ultimately, you can come and attend a workshop and see all that play into action. But today is all about the next thing, and it's all about innovation. Now, yesterday we spoke about the fundamentals. We talked about the foundations that you needed to grow a successful online coaching business. You needed to be the driver. You needed to be the force. You needed to create this idea, and you needed to walk the talk yourself to give people certainty that what it is that you were thinking about was actually a reality and not just the thought, and you weren't going to sit back and you weren't great at telling people what to do, but you weren't willing to do it yourself. So today we're looking at innovation, and the innovation is the part, the thought, the idea inside of your mind right now that hasn't been created. It is the change that you want to see inside of the world. It is the thing that you look at outside as a problem right now. And if you could change it, maybe the innovation begins with you transforming yourself. Maybe the innovation begins with you going out there and going, hold on a second, so many people are following ebooks, so many people are consuming information, yet they don't implement. There is a lack of implementation. So your innovation, your big idea is based off the problem that you want to solve inside of the world. And so why I'm getting you to think like this is because for a long time, when I was a personal trainer inside of the gym, trust me, it's so good to go through every single day and repeat the same action steps and generally say the same thing. This is how you squat. This is how you do things. We are wired as creatures to become more efficient at it. But unfortunately, along the way, I did not learn how to use my brain muscle. I did not learn how to use my innovation muscle to think, to create, to solve. And if you're inside and you want to grow as a leader, you want to grow as an entrepreneur, business owner, an influencer, a leader, you must learn the ability to evolve, consistently evolve your skills of innovation, problem solving, having a look at things and trying to figure out solutions to it. And so today I want you to think about what is the problem that you want to solve inside of the world? What's the thing that you're dissatisfied with? You might be thinking about, okay, well, right now, I'm tired of all the people putting out ebooks. But you need to have a look at this, and you need to have a think about what the problem with releasing ebooks is causing. What problem are releasing more information every single day? What's the problem? What's the issue? Are people getting more confused? Awesome. Okay, who's getting more confused? And how can you come and streamline it in an approach that gives people more simplicity and gets people to follow through? I think right now it's fair to say that we are in the results business. We get paid for delivering results. Our business grows as a result of getting results. And right now, more than ever, there is a marketplace that is more saturated than ever because the barrier to entry is so low that anybody can call themselves a coach. Anybody can step out of their 6-week certification and become a fitness coach. But the reality is very few understand how to get people results because very few understand the ability to innovate and problem solve. And I'm going to tell you this, if you're here listening to this series right now, you're in the top 1%. But today's topic, today's question, I want you to write this down. I want you to think about it. If you're going to play along, if you're actually going to do this, if you're going to change the second half of 2017, because you've seen me grow, you've seen my team grow, you've seen the results from our clients, you've seen the results. More importantly, I'm going to ask you a question. What are you doing? See, this podcast isn't about me. This podcast is here to help you step up so that one day you can lead. This podcast was essentially for me, if I could find it 2-3 years ago, for myself. And it's exactly what I would have needed to find myself inside of a dark place, clouded by so many different things to do, that the reality was I wanted to see the light. And if you're stuck inside of this area right now, please pull over on the side of the road. And I want you to think about this. I want you to think about, okay, what are the problems? What are the problems arising right now that you could solve? You might start off by going, okay, these are the simple problems. I'm going to start off with X, Y, and Z, dads. I'm going to coach men, dads specifically, who have lost their way with their bodies, with their habits. Get them focusing on themselves. And then maybe I'll focus on building some self-confidence in dads. Now, the reality is this is an idea, but unless you equip yourself with the tools, the skills, the knowledge, then it's not going to happen. So for most of you right now listening to this podcast show, you understand that you can help dad change his body and you can change his health. Yes, that's amazing. The second thing is if you want to increase his confidence, you need to start asking and equipping yourself with better skills. For example, going in and asking the question, okay, what causes low confidence? What causes low certainty? How can I give and change and transform this person's mental state in order to empower them with more confidence and more certainty? Today's all about innovation, because if you cannot innovate, guess what? You're copying others. And if you're copying others, you're behind the trend. You're behind the market trend. Advertising costs go up. People don't want what you have. You become commoditized. There's this thing, and I like to think about it. There's this massive giant ball. It's the machine coming in to try to commoditize the market. Consumers want things to become commoditized, yet it is innovators and leaders like us who are innovating to create new marketplaces so we continue to evolve, expand, and ultimately get people better results. So with that being said, I want you to think about today's topic. I want you to think about what is the thing that you want to innovate? What's the change that you want to see inside of the world? And number 2 is, do you have the skills, the knowledge to equip yourself with the right information so that you can inflict that change inside of the thing that you want to change, okay? Inside of the thing that you want to innovate, inside of the problem that you want to solve. And with that, continue and go and do the work.
Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes and feel free to leave a review, and that way I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks, and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.